since Avenged Sevenfold released their new album The Stage, and even just after releasing the single The Stage, I have gotten so many requests to talk about my opinions of not just the album but actually the songs as well. So I thought, what a great week to talk about The Stage as sort of a build-up to a new release that's coming tomorrow, Metallica Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I am so excited I can barely contain myself. But yeah, let's talk about The Stage, shall we? Okay, so The Stage is actually themed around space and the question of whether or not we are alone, hence the Fermi paradox, which is actually the name of the 10th song of the album. Oh yeah, the 10th song of the album. And it's also based around the artificial intelligence theme, which is so interesting because I am not sure if many of you know this, but I love space so incredibly much. I nerd out about space whenever I can and with whomever I can talk about it without seeming like the weirdest person alive, because who studies nothing about space and still knows a lot about space? So I love space, and when I saw the cover, okay, I am a huge Avenged Sevenfold fan and I love space, so you can imagine my thoughts when I see this cover art of my favorite band who have not released music in forever. Just released this album, and the song number 10 is Fermi Paradox. You have Simulation, you have Exist, and it's just mind-blowing just watching the actual cover and reading the names of the songs, and I'm just like, whoa, oh my god, I think I might like this album a bit. And to be quite honest, that is what happened. I just completely fell in love with the album and I have not stopped listening to it since. I have currently one downloaded thing on my phone, and that is The Stage, because I cannot stop listening to it. I just love it so incredibly much, and it's just awesome. And in terms of the space thing, it was like the Fermi paradox. I have read about it before, but I read about it even more when I listened to the song and when I saw the name of the song. And it's just so incredibly, extremely fascinating that I just cannot even comprehend it, and I can even less describe it. It's just extreme that of all these so insanely many planets, there are no signs of other people as we have either reached out to or even seen or have reached out to us. And then there's the question of, are we just completely alone, or are there people there? And if there's this like barrier of this extreme coincidental evolutionary existence thing, that we are first of all the very first of our type of existence, and second of all, are we just very rare as existence, that even though there are so extremely many planets and so extremely many potentials that there are actually intelligence beings out there, are we just so incredibly rare that the distances are just so extreme that we need to develop further? Or option number 3, are we just so incredibly doomed we don't even want to know it? Are we the first? Are we extremely rare? Or are we doomed? It's so fascinating to read about, and I just cannot even. And you can imagine me just being all nerdy about this album, and I just love it. And the artificial intelligence, which I hadn't read about so much as I have read about space, but it's just extreme themes that they have in my favorite band, which makes so great music, and just I can't even. So in terms of favorite song, I am having quite the trouble finding one, because I listen to every single track every single day, and it seems to be a sort of a new favorite part, or a favorite thing, or a favorite song, or some lyrics that I haven't actually paid attention to before, or some new with the guitars or the drums, which is, by the way, well done, Mr. Brooks. Wow, you are a great asset to the Avenged Sevenfold family, because oh my god, you are impressing on this album. Yeah. So in terms of favorite songs, I have trouble picking one. I have songs that I like more than others, but I can't pick like this one favorite song is just blowing them all off course, because this one is just the one song on the album that I need to listen to. But I really like Creating God, and I really like Goddamn, and I really like Paradigm, and I am so in love with Simulation, and the tapping part in Higher, and the solo in Exist. Oh my god. And just, can you even? And the orchestra part in Roman Skies, and when he has this sort of gunslinger vibe to it, that he just completely turns on this badass voice, that it's just, I can't even. And I know that this was supposed to be my opinions of it, and I'm just gushing all over it. I'm sorry, but it's just so awesome to me, and I feel like whenever Avenged Sevenfold has been in this this development of their music style as playing, I have been on sort of the same level in terms of what I like to listen to and what I'm ready to listen to, because I have not been too much into sort of these very long songs, which seem to be quite the trend of 2016, to actually make quite longer songs. And I am so glad about that, because now, as I have progressed as not just a music player but also a music listener, I am much more ready to actually take on these really long songs, and I am more aware of the expressions you can get through long songs that are much more difficult to get through shorter songs. But then again, for example, Goddamn, which is a shorter song on the track, is just still as cool as Exist, which is 5 times longer, and they just have this really different expressions and different styles to them, and still they somehow are Avenged Sevenfold, both of them, and I am just so impressed with the ability to develop your style as well as keeping your sound, because when you establish your sound, you can actually get put in this little box of you being like, okay, I can create my sound, but I need to do it in this special genre, or this special method of making and playing songs. And they actually moved it over, so they kept the sound but made it just so much more, I don't know if I can say intricate without sounding too gushy, because technically they are not that much more difficult in terms of playing than they have had before, or other elements from other albums, but I think that the musical picture in itself actually really represent the album. No, I'm sorry, the band actually getting older and more experienced, not with only making music, but actually with the whole composition of of everything lying over and underneath the song. So you get not only the song, but you get so many more elements just flying around in the songs, and I am so impressed with the album. I can't stress it enough, and I am just really into it. So if I can't say favorite song, I guess I could say some of my very favorite musical elements to the album. Lyrics that are sung that I really like is when he sings and the earth grows small as I lovingly leave it behind, and he just flows into the tapping part again of higher, and it's just so cool. The tapping part is also one of my favorite elements, so combining the as I lovingly leave it behind as well as the tapping comes in, it's just, that moment in the song is just Ermigerd to me. And in Exist you actually have this I'm sailing away beyond the reach of anyone, and I don't know. But yeah, when he says beyond the reach of, this harmony that goes on, he sings one in each ear, and when you get the perfect balance of just anyone in your ear, it just fits so well, and I really like that. I mean, you cannot not mention Creating God. The verse in Creating God is probably one of the elements that impressed me the most, because when silence becomes more or less the most important or most expressional effects in a song, that's when you know you have quite the nice balance of elements going on. Because making silence important in music is actually quite the challenge, and it actually, when it fits so well, you are completing that challenge with flying colors, and you are doing that in Creating God. The drums are impressive, and the guitar parts are so cool, and just on top of that again you have the vocals, which is so cool, and the lyrics are awesome. I just can't even. On that song, the verse is definitely cooler than the chorus, but it's just a really great song in all, and I don't know. Also, when he says in Paradigm, engineer the wires to your brain, I mean, architect the code so you won't feel the pain. I mean, oh my god! It's just so cool. I really like it. And okay, since I'm having some trouble picking a favorite song, there will of course be the element of surprise on which on which songs I'm going to cover on the Metal Sundays. So please, by all means, let me know what your favorite song or songs are from the album. And yeah, I had quite the list myself. Let's see if we can get some editing magic on here, naming the songs that I really like from the album. And having so many different songs is sort of vague in terms of picking a favorite, but yeah. Those are basically my opinions of the stage. As a space nerd who does not mind learning anything new about artificial intelligence as well, I really liked the album. The theme of the album really hit close to home for my sake, and as well the musical aspects of things really impressed me in terms of the technology of playing and the layering of all those different elements, and the keeping of the Avenged Sevenfold sound, as well as you make your space sound in a more progressive metal kind of way, is just, it's so cool. And I'm so excited to learn to play them, and I know how to play some of these songs. I will not say which, because then again there is quite the element of surprise in the Metal Sundays. But yeah, I am so excited for this album and I just really love it, and oh my god. And I can't wait for tomorrow because we have Hardwired to Self-Destruct by Metallica. Oh my god. So I'll talk to you I'll play on Metal Sunday and I talk to you again on Metal Talk Monday. So yeah, I'll see you then. Bye. I searched everywhere to get actually a physical copy of this one, because since it was a surprise release and Norway is actually on the edge of the world in terms of getting stuff shipped here, I wasn't really expecting to find it actually, but I did find it after searching pretty much every single store there is in the Norwegian area of the world, and I found it. And I found out that my new computer actually doesn't have a CD-ROM. So I have to copy it from my old computer, which has a CD-ROM, and sort of copy it over to my new computer, and it's just... It's so ironic. You go search for so many hours, and then you find it and you get home and you realize that you thought was your CD drive is actually your computer's hard drive. So there you go. There's a little story for you. It pretty much sums up how I work in life. I have some accidents and incidents and everything because I am a really clumsy person, and I don't know, it's okay though. It makes it fun for me and everyone else around me who watch me just clumsy my way through life. Yeah. Have a lovely